Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera here, co-founder of MDC Trading Academy, with today's pre-market forecast and end-of-week review for the week ending April the 24th, Friday, April 24th. Let's quickly jump to our news items for this morning as I get my bearings here. What do we have today? Today at 8:30, we have core durable goods and durable goods orders, so that should be coming on shortly. In reference to our flash manufacturing report, it was a little higher than the anticipated 35.1, and the unemployment claims on Thursday were a little lower than we anticipated. So some economists believe that we've hit kind of like the peak in reference to the 6.6 that we had the other week. That was the peak, and we're about 26 million people losing their jobs. But many economists believe that the vast majority of these jobs will be returning to our economy. So the market is obviously reacting good to it. Also, we've had a little rebound in the crude prices, so that's why we're seeing a little bit of continuation to the upside. Let's look at our analysis chart here. We start with our daily chart, our overall 30,000 foot view. As we can see, we find ourselves as we are recovering from the downdraft here, which the bottom fell here on the 23rd of March. We continue to fight these resistance levels on these SMAs. Next levels obviously is 50, which we're still continuing to fight against. In the meantime, we have seen this flag show up here, this flag right here where you see, and typically these are bullish flags. They normally end up running to the upside. So we're expecting in the mid to long term potential movement to the upside. Now, one thing to keep in mind here, our next level is resistance. Very key level of resistance right here. Let me just show it to you right here. Our 50 SMA, then we're going to jump into our 80 SMA. That's our next level of resistance. And of course, the 200 SMA, that's the key one. That's the one that's, of course, that's the north-south line through most hedge fund managers. That determines whether we are in a bear market or in a bull market. We're obviously in a bear market right now, and we are rebounding. Now, what's going to happen? Is this going to be a rebound from this area to continue lower, or is it going to go through and hold support? We'll see that eventually. Now, let's look at another large time frame for analysis here. This is another one of my favorite time frames here. And as we can see, we at a larger time frame have a clear compression coming up between these two trend lines that we have here. Here at MDC Trading Academy, we don't just draw trend lines to draw trend lines. These trend lines are based on objective analysis, technical analysis. Not every single resistance or support is a real number. So what we're doing here is using our technical analysis methodology to determine these compressions, and these compressions are pretty powerful. So long-term, short-term, market has areas to find support and resistance in the short to mid-term. What's going to happen ultimately between there? Obviously, there's two choices: continuation up or continuation down. That's what we see right now. The market will decide which way it's going to go based on supply and demand and the technicals that the market is showing us. Let's get closer to our trade chart here so we can kind of share where we're seeing a lot of the activity happen today, kind of give it a more perspective look here. And as you look at our trade chart here, that's yesterday's close. As you can see, market hit the high yesterday, came off the high, got into this trend line here, kept the market through, kept peeking through. Eventually here in pre-market, we went below yesterday's intraday low. Clearly could not hold, broke clearly through, used it as resistance, as support one more time, and now the market is attempting to move a little higher. It has a lot of room to move higher if it wants to continue. So right now we're looking at our first play is as long as we remain above this trend line here, we're expecting the market to continue to the upside, and we're looking for longs. Primarily just watch the pullbacks. And of course, anything below here, we're looking for first resist supports of this area here and potentially this area here. So don't keep your eyes closed. Make sure that you trade the trend. Don't fall in love with the overall right now. Just trade what's in front of you as the market develops. Have a great trading session, a great week, and we'll see you soon.